On second down, it's Ingram again. Big hole. Mark Ingram inside the 10. And Ingram still churning, but he's taken down inside the 5. First and goal for the Saints. Left side. Touchdown. Breeze going to give inside. Touchdown. Mark Ingram puts the Saints back in front.
Jimmy Graham still without a catch today. First and 10 from the 29. This is Ingram. And Ingram picks up a first down and more. Finally steps out of bounds. And for the first time, the Saints have crossed midfield. Best starting field position today for Drew Brees and the Saints. From the 32-yard line, the handoff to Mark Ingram. And Ingram is out across the 40 to the 45. Shoved out of bounds by Gilbert. First and 10 for the Saints from the 36. Off the fake to Ingram. Brees finds Ingram out of the backfield. Ingram stays in bounds inside the 30 and finally knocked down after picking up a first down for the Browns 24. Here's set of downs for the Saints. From the 23. The give to Ingram, cuts it back inside. Ingram inside the 15, the 10, and wrestled down by Hayden at the 8. So Ingram gains 15 more.
Nothing else that he could do, Hayden.
Second and goal, Ingram. Ingram is in for a Saints touchdown.
Of Thompson and into those of Vaccaro. On first down, Mark Ingram. And he gets all the way inside the 20. His best run of the day. Sean Payton said we're running.
Ready.
Equal opportunity. Second and 6. Big hole. Through the middle goes Ingram to the 39, and they really need him tonight with Thomas and Robinson both on the shelf. 20 gain of 11, so it's second down and 9. To the ground. Nice hole over the left side and a first down and more for Ingram. Tough running all the way to midfield. He got no medical attention on the bench, but you see him bending over as Breeze goes to work. The other way now, and this is Ingram taking off for another big run. From the 29 after the interception. Ingram. About 15 yards.
Wake up at least 8 times a year and watch a little morning football.
We live long enough. We'll have Wednesday pre-dawn football. Ingram, all the way, touchdown. "21 yards for Mark Ingram."
And Breeze in the offense trying to find the spark. This is Ingram. Ingram, left side, running room, 25, breaking tackles, out across the 30 and a first down. Check in downstairs with Evan Washburn. Evan.
Ingram broke through. And he's inside the 30, run out of bounds.
Pick up those yards in the rushing game.
It's a gain of 20. They get it right back to him in another big run for Ingram. 12 yards to the Steelers' 50. Ingram inside the 20 and run out of bounds inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. And Taylor doing some pushing and shoving down there along the sidelines with Joe Morgan.
Tremendous day last weekend.
Career high 162 yards, and now Ingram finds a hole and picks up another Saints first down for the Carolina 29. Mark Ingram gains 16.
So he's going up against guys who are really in the NFL. Here's Sean, who's just trying to find his way in football, playing for the Bears. Here is Mark Ingram scoring for the Saints.
Power King.
Give it to Ingram. Touchdown.
This Buccaneers organization very high. There's a reason why they like McDougal. They traded Mark Barron this season because of the play of McDougal.
Mark Ingram running hard. Good run.
as he gets a first down up across the 30-yard line.
Another safety interception.
Saints with the ball and a big run by Mark Ingram. Still going hard down to the 35-yard line.
And this time, they switch up the coverage here. It's not the linebacker, it's the corner.
Ingram is in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Mark Ingram.
And a first rounder. Well, we'll see if I agree with that one. 1st and 5. Pressure coming. A little floater and a screen and a beauty. Ingram gets the block. Ingram still going down near the 26. Blitz coming. They get it out to Ingram. He's wide open. First down. Room to run. Mark Ingram may go. Still going inside the 15. Unbelievable as Breeze beats the blitz yet again.
Over the years, that has been his big target.
Ingram carries, and Mark Ingram, touchdown Saints! Here goes Mark Ingram with blockers in front, and touchdown New Orleans. A touchdown wins it for the Saints. McCown flips down the sideline. Mark Ingram brought down, and that is it. The Panthers will go to 3-0. The Saints will fall to 0-3.
Have to have those little movement skills.
Back to the ground. Ingram, room to the outside. Picks up a first down. Mark Ingram all the way to the 15-yard line. Charlotte coming up this week, NASCAR on NBC and NBCSN. Big hold, and exploiting it is Mark Ingram to make it a 1st and goal.
Well, they have 4 sacks. Breeze has fumbled away the football twice. And this is Ingram. All the way up to the 45-yard line on what more than likely will be the final play.
1st and goal now for New Orleans. It's Ingram plowing ahead and fighting for it, and that's a touchdown. He took on Nate Stupar and won the battle. 1st and goal. It's Ingram. And it's Ingram trying to get in sideways, and he does for the touchdown.
Facing a 3rd down and 1. On a toss. It's a 1st down and more for Ingram, who takes it all the way down to the Giants' 11. On the toss, it's Mark Ingram. And the former Heisman Trophy winner able to pick up a 1st down and more. Down the sideline, stays in bounds. Ingram heading to the end zone, and he's knocked out of downs at the 5 by Will Blackman.
On 2nd down and 10, toss to Ingram with a blocker in front. Breaks to the outside and down the sideline for a 1st down inside the 20. Dropped the snap. Able to pick it up as Ingram open in the flats. And Mark Ingram stays on his feet across the 35. They get back a big chunk and bring us to the 2-minute warning. Straight downhill with Mark Ingram into the secondary for 16 yards and a Saints 1st down.
2nd down and 10. Here's Ingram. He breaks loose. He's got a 1st down out across the 30. Knocked down near the 34. Uncomfortable, really putting much pressure on his foot. 3rd turnover over the last 18 plays for the Panthers. Here's Ingram. And he lost the ball. Panthers say they have it. Straight handoff. In for 2. That's Ingram.
No quit in these Saints. Toss to Ingram left side. Good blocking out on the edge, and he spins for another first down. They run it. Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Handoff Ingram. Big hole. Bullying his way to the 35 when he ran into the last Raider early. A veteran quarterback trying to respond to an early sack and fumble. As Breeze flips for the screen to Ingram. A big running area. All the way down to the 13 of the Raiders.
Doing it so consistently for so long. No signs of slowing down.
Ingram. Tough run, just stopped short of the 40 and shoved back earlier. A 17-yard penalty sets him up with Mark Ingram on first down. And he'll have another first down. All the way inside the 10 of the Raiders.
In honor of patriarch of the Giants franchise, the late Wellington Mara. So now the Saints go back to work, and Ingram found a big hole and gains 9 out to the 45.
To break all those records perhaps as soon as the end of the 2018 season. Mark Ingram. First down. 11-yard gain. The crowd likes the running play. 6 feet tall. That might be slightly generous. Cadet and Ingram in the backfield now. It's Ingram on the delay. Cadet, a nice block for him. They try to rip the ball out, but can't, and it's a first down to the 18-yard line. Sean Payton and Drew Brees want every point they can get. And they had a play they liked. Mark Ingram with the 2. Longest streak of his career. Longest current such streak in the NFL. Pulled it down, took the check down. Work to do for Ingram. He has the first down. They were looking at 2nd and 21, and they convert. Ingram went to the left. They really had 3 defenders out there to cover 4 receivers, and it's a touchdown. You can see the Falcons waving at each other that they needed another man to go to their right. They didn't get over there in time.
Saints coming off the loss Monday night. Ingram carries, and there's room to run for Mark Ingram. Gets up near the 35-yard line. Pressure picked up. A juggling catch made by the running back Ingram. Was he ruled down?
I think John Pagano knows there's just some guys are just good at what they do.
2nd down 4, floating one for Ingram. And a nice catch on the run, a well-placed football.
There's the toss to Ingram, turning the corner, inside the 15, down inside the 10. First down for the Saints.
To the left side. Breeze steps up. He throws. It's complete. And Ingram picks up a first down to the Kansas City 10. 2nd and goal from the Chiefs 3. Breeze throws. It is Ingram, and he is in for a Saints touchdown. There is a flag.
We're going to see if they're going to call offensive pass interference. They ran traffic, and Drew Brees upset.
3rd and goal from the 5. Breeze dumps the screen to Ingram, who spins around, gets to the goal line. Touchdown, Saints! Mark Ingram. Ingram through a hole. Mark Ingram. Buffet, the only one to catch him. And Mark Ingram is going all the way for a Saints touchdown. 75 yards. Ingram is the running back. Hightower started. Ingram the carry. Ingram the first down, and there he goes. Tripped up at the 40. Retired at 93. Career 300-yard passing games. But running with Mark Ingram, who's loose again, and gets up around the 38-yard line. Possible. Reed comes back in for the 49ers. And Mark Ingram has room to run. And he's got another first down up near midfield. Remember, the worst defense against the run.
Now He's up to 3 with 2 more coming on this drive. Ingram finds a seam and gets near the 40. Breeze with time. Got an open man in Ingram for the first at the 32.
Bottom 10 defense, so that explains it a little bit too.
Absolutely. To the outside goes Mark Ingram, and he's off to the races for a 14-yard gain. And
up those big plays like they did last time.
And Breeze will dump it off, and it's caught by Ingram. And Mark Ingram with a lot of room to the 20-yard line. Michael Thomas, the rookie wideout. Now 6.5 sacks for Addison. He's the team leader. 2nd and 20. Set up a screen here. And this is Ingram, and Ingram takes the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line.
We're going to have to score some points. They scored first. Mark Ingram and the Saints responding. He fights through a tackle that gets into Ram territory, down to the 45 of the Rams.
Gaps, ready. Ready.
It's Mark Ingram with a big hole. He cuts back, and there he is in Ram territory. Outstanding on 4th down. You see how good they are. 6 out of 7 this year. The pitch to Ingram. He cuts back. Mark Ingram gets a Saints touchdown.
They throw it so they can run it. See what they do here to start the second half.
From the 25-yard line, and it is a run. And a big hole for Mark Ingram. Ingram putting the moves on all the way inside the 15 of the Rams. Breeze to Ingram with no Ram in front except one, and it's a touchdown, Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram, plenty of running room. And to midfield, he makes it look easy, short of the first down.
Ready,
Ingram. Mark Ingram. All the way down around the 20 of Detroit. 3. Ingram, good running room. About a yard short of a first down, and we send it back to Carissa Thompson. Good protection, a beautiful throw there. About a yard short of a first down as Ingram tripped up by Levante David.
Playing left tackle full time against Chandler Jones on that left side. Keep an eye on it all day.
Mark Ingram with a first down up to the 39-yard line, and ball was juggled a little bit, and we've got a Cardinal down. 3rd down and 3. The pitch to Mark Ingram, who's got the first down. Ingram inside the 20 of Arizona. He's going to throw. Pass is caught by Ingram down the sideline. Spotted all the way around the 15-yard line of the Cardinals.
Hand it off, throw it to him. Same thing, right?
Saints put up 48 points. On 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, this is Mark Ingram. And Ingram will gain 9 out to the 34th. First and goal from the 6. It's Ingram, and he is in for a Saints touchdown. Contention. Buccaneers still alive for wild card or the division. Ingram out across 24th of Bird's career from the Bucs 14. It's Ingram, his 2nd touchdown today. And Ingram has his 2nd two-point conversion of the season. Saints lead by 14.
And his way of thinking, he'll continue to do what he had planned on doing regardless of what transpired today.
A huge play here as Ingram picks up a first down. And now the Saints will be able to run out the clock. Falcons heads off. No 1,000-yard rushers since Deuce McAllister in 2006. And here's Ingram. Big yardage on this play as he is forced out of bounds. Close to midfield. He gains 17, so is now just 21 shy. At the Georgia Dome. This is Ingram. There he goes. Over 1,000 and still going.
Well done, well done. There's people clapping on the Saints sideline. So, nice job by the Saints defense getting the Falcons off the field. A 38-yard run by Mark Ingram.
Earlier this quarter for the first time in his career. This is Ingram, and he picks up the first down and more. So the Saints keep their drive alive. Ingram to the Atlanta 17.
0.1 yards per carry last year. That was third best in the NFL. They fake it to him and set up a screen. Ingram with lots of running room down the far sideline. Taken down near the 30-yard line by the safety, Andrew Sendejo.
Still, like usually it happens when you're done. We get to watch him still each week.
Last play of the game is a handoff to Ingram. And he picks up a big chunk, but we close it out with a 36-20 New England win. Patriots put up 554 yards of offense, 446 off the arm of Brady.
Game, it's on the offense.
All right, thanks very much, Mike. Reese sets up the screen, and this is Ingram who picks up a first down all the way out to midfield. On first down, it's Ingram. On the hole, picks up a first down. Thomas Davis finally chases him down at the 46-yard line as Ingram picks up 15.
WWE.
Yes, that was.
Way back in the day. Uh-oh. He has some room. Mark Ingram down the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds by Glover Quinn, who had the angle. And Brees is really spreading the love. 7 different receivers have caught a pass from Drew Brees, and we're still in the first half. Mark Ingram keeps his feet.
Third down and 1. It's Ingram. First down. Touchdown. Second down and 5. This is Ingram. He has a first down and more. Inside the 30. And a flag. Horse collar once again, Charles.
Fingers, pop it in, ready to go, tape it up, you're fine. And I can understand his frustration. He's a competitor, a tough guy.
Drew Brees, screen pass here to Ingram. Ingram. A big play off the screen. New Orleans takes over at the 20. On first down, it's Ingram with a really good run. Ingram picks up 12.
This year, he's out to prove a point. He's running angry.
Brees dumps it off to Ingram. Ingram gets upended. They're going to say he was down as he lost the ball. Little toss to Ingram. Ingram with a big hole. And Ingram is tackled inside the 20 by the rookie Eddie Jackson. Ingram to the end zone, goes over the top, touchdown. First time it was Kamara, this time it's Ingram with a rushing touchdown.
You know, win or lose, Chris Spielman. Does it make any sense to continue to play? And here's Ingram into the open field. Crossing midfield. And he's all the way to the 40-yard line. Biggest run of the afternoon.
Fantastic matchup for this young secondary.
Tied with 5 interceptions, second in the league as Ingram picks up the first down into Bills territory. Now Ginn shifts into the backfield. It's Ingram inside the 20, stays on his feet, and is finally tackled at the 5-yard line by Jordan Poyer.
Walker and then throw the football.
First and goal. Into the end zone. It's Mark Ingram for a Saints touchdown.
Oh, he got a great lead block. Mark him there did by Zach Line. Bills defense making it look easy on the Saints.
On 2nd and 8, it's Ingram again, and he has a first down and more. Mark Ingram to the Bills, 24. Start from their 6-yard line. It's Ingram on first down, and Ingram is out to the 17-yard line. Game 30 to the Saints so far today. Ingram back on the field, stayed on his feet, and has another Saints first down out to the 45.
An easy third down conversion on 3rd and long.
And off to Ingram, right side. And another big run by Mark Ingram, brought down by Swearinger after a gain of 11. Points per game, total yards per game, the rushing yards per game, the big difference. And here's more. Ingram, what a move. Mark Ingram, touchdown New Orleans. Looking for their 8th straight. Ingram back into the mix. Brought down near the 41 by Swearinger. In the I formation, a toss to Ingram. Gets a block. Hall can't bring him down. Down to the 10.
9, ready.
On first down, handoff is to Ingram. He gets out. Shifts inside the 40. What a run. Ingram still going down to the 11. No flags on a 72-yard run. Silent count. Breeze gets it to Ingram, running to the right. Got a nice block, spinning and turning. The former Heisman winner's got a first down to the 39-yard line. Gain of 14 on that one. Still tied at 10, and they get a great opportunity to start the second half. And Breeze on play action, deep drop to Ingram. They set up screens so well. And there goes Mark Ingram inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a gain of 20. So the former man of the year, the Super Bowl MVP, the guy who's done this so often, he's the one who's got to do it now. Breeze, Ingram, brought it down. Good move out of the tackle by Jones to get the first down. The strength and power of Mark Ingram there.
Breeze to the air. Ingram with a lead block coming up here from Warford. Look out. Great block. Makes the move. Down the sideline he goes. Lee tries to take him out. At about the 10. 54-yard catch and run.
That's really happening with the Jets.
Ingram was back there 2nd and 3, gets his 3rd reception, a block by the tight end Hill, and he breaks another tackle and dives with the flag thrown down to about the 30-yard line of the Jets.
You just have to anticipate they're going to the blast play. We just watch Ingram follow the fullback right up the middle.
Line the block. Walking in is Ingram. 1-yard touchdown run by Mark Ingram. That is his 10th touchdown of the season, number 6 in the NFL, and to the stands he goes. 9-0 New Orleans, late first quarter. Extra point coming up. Special thanks to Ross Malloy and Janet O'Leary. 2nd down and 5. Oh, little run here by Ingram. Off to the races. Over 1,000, and there he goes. Did he get in? Did he step out? Touchdown. A gallop of 50 for Mark Ingram.
3rd first down for New Orleans. Breeze on the fake. Here comes pressure, setting up that screen. They're so good at this. Ingram rolling across the 40 and another first down. As Drew Brees, now the 3rd quarterback ever over 70,000 career yards. Yeah, they are. It's good points. 2nd and 9. Here's Ingram. Big hole. Mark Ingram sprinting away. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Only one more backup.
Breeze with a play action, then finding Ingram. with Clemente out in front of him, and Mark Ingram's got a big play for a first down.
You mentioned the Bama boys. They've done a good job of that through the early part of the season.
Here's the screen, and Ingram patiently waiting for the blocks, and Ingram gets loose. And he will be marked down at about the 1. 27 yards, Breeze to Ingram.
First and goal.
Ingram. How good does that feel for him? Welcome back, Mark Ingram.
Saints bringing in extra lineman and a fullback. Don't play the power game.
Hard left.
Third and goal. Ingram in for the score.
You bet, Michelle. It's just another headache for defensive coordinators to figure it out. A little lob to Ingram, who is blocking as well, and he'll set up a first down and goal as Mark gets to the 9-yard line, tackle there by Harrison Smith.
He's played really well for these Saints. Now on his second line of duty for them.
32-yard gain. Here's Ingram down to the 4. LaMarcus Joyner tripped him up.
Opportunities to get off the field.
Here's Breeze, 4-man rush. Man's wide open. It's Ingram breaking free into Cincinnati territory and then shoved out of bounds inside the 45.
Taysom Hill in now playing tight end.
They will fake it. Breeze looking, coming back to Ingram. Gets a great block. Mark Ingram sprinting ahead inside the 5. Touchdown! What a block by Andrus Peat and a 28-yard score. Third time New Orleans has had possession. They haven't been even remotely close to being stopped. Here's Ingram. Huge hole. Ingram into Bengals territory. On fourth down, they get the ball back and give it to Ingram, who's got another big hole and another big run. Breaking tackle is Ingram inside the Bengals 30. Down to the 29. It's a 33-yard run for Mark Ingram.
And how about the first responders who are on the scene trying to combat all of that?
Here are the Saints with Ingram running hard. And Mark Ingram still going with a first down to the 45-yard line.
Ready, Purple. We're waiting. What's that?
Handoff is to Ingram. Breaks out. Into Philly territory to start the day.
And he's continued to play well this year.
It was a first down carry. They gave him 8. Now a first down by Ingram. How about a touchdown? And they continue to make it look easy here in New Orleans. On first and goal. Touchdown, Mark Ingram. His second.
Definitely has the ability to play full time at that position in this league.
Here's a toss to Ingram. Still going. We'll see where they mark him. Out of bounds at the 5.
Treating him like he's a wide receiver right now. Second and Breeze lost the handle, which is rare. Saves it and pitches it. And Ingram able to run down the sideline for the first down. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
With his knee and then recovered it. What a crazy replay. Here's a toss to Ingram running left. Mark Ingram's got a first down. Jeff Heath with the stop after a run of 13.
He only had 14 missed targets, so when Drew Brees throws a football to him, it's usually being caught.
Now up to 98. Ingram up the middle. Ingram a first down inside the Buccaneers' 5-yard line.
I know one thing about this guy right here, JPP. He leaves it all on the field. He's been beat up all season long. And right now, he's got to find a way to galvanize his defense and make a play.
Ingram picks up a first down and more. Still going to the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Ingram.
That's a dagger right there. This is a phenomenal run by Mark Ingram.
And the thing that you don't realize, he's 215 pounds, guys. He's tough to bring down.
As Ingram now with a big hole, and he bounces off a man and keeps on going inside the 30.
23-yard run by Mark Ingram.
He called it from right underneath the goalpost. He was right there, but I don't see much there.
Ingram, left side, and across for the touchdown.
Taysom Hill on the field as well, as Bridgewater takes the snap, hands off to Mark Ingram, and Ingram on first down is out across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Fourth quarter time of possession, so when they get the lead, they wear out the clock. Trying to do it again. Here's Ingram, breaks free. Ingram, big run, turns on the Jets, all the way down to the 26.
With an offensive lineman barreling down on you.
It was Ramczyk out there, second team All-Pro. Here's Ingram busting free.
And on first down, it's a handoff to Mark Ingram, bulldozing his way. Ingram in midfield and dragged down from behind. Rashad Jones makes the tackle, but not before Ingram goes for 50. Handoff to Ingram, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, he started out with a... Ingram walks it in for a touchdown, his second of the half. And with that, the Ravens have set a franchise record.
Patrick Ricard in motion. Ingram with some space. Down inside the 40. Last time it was Edwards. Here it's Ingram. Pushing his way forward. Down inside the 10. Just shy of the 5.
He sees something once, it's in there forever.
That's what all great ones have.
3 wide receivers set, but they'll run it. Ingram on the outside, busting through. Ingram stumbles across the 40. First and goal for Baltimore. Motion man is Snead. Running play, right up the gut. Touchdown, Mark Ingram. The Ravens on the board first. Opening drive of the second half. The Baltimore Ravens on the move. Back to the bread and butter. Slashing is Ingram. Mark Ingram, a stiff arm, and he curls inside the pylon. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terrific effort from Mark Ingram. 13th play of the drive. 3 tight ends in this formation. Ingram extends the ball, and he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram.
Now from the Browns 43, this is Ingram. Ingram, right up the middle, following, blocking, inside. More of a run group personnel compared to spread out last time. Ingram to the end zone.
Marquise Brown back involved. He had that phenomenal start to his NFL career. Running play. Ingram. He is built. We had to work hard to make it one in their mind. 2nd and 10. Jackson avoids it. Jackson trying to get to the outside and could not get around his own man, Ingram, who was trying to help out, but it was Jackson who chose to go towards the
plan for how to handle number 8.
Card in as the fullback, first and goal. Ingram carves his touchdown run right there. The 7th of the season for Ingram from a yard away. And Baltimore has taken their first lead. Charm City Cakes putting those together for us. Thank you. 1st and 10 after the punt. And there goes Ingram breaking tackles. Wilson couldn't bring him down.
In the pistol, Jackson's going to run and then pitch it out to Mark Ingram. And he picks up 12 yards before he's forced out. And they got 4 guys in the backfield here. They hand the ball straight through the middle of Mark Ingram. Gaping hole. Hand the ball off to Ingram. Mark Ingram. Big run into Patriot territory. Can they chase him down? Not until he gets to the 12-yard line. Brings Ingram back into the backfield. Fires a dart. Caught. That'll be a first down. Ingram, did he stay in bounds? They will rule him out all the way down to the 33-yard line.
But when those guys are out there, all that Brutus.
2nd down, goal, Ingram, touchdown. Card led the way. 1-yard touchdown run.
That formation, that package will come back, especially dangerous in the red zone. The teams have to commit right away.
2nd and 11. Check it to Ingram. Sideline. Oh, good cut by Ingram. Touchdown, Ravens. Jackson closing in on 300 total yards. Jackson, the spin and toss. Ingram makes a man miss. Diving. Touchdown. What an effort.
Well, they could use some offense to match up with Lamar Jackson. There's Mark Ingram, and Ingram gets loose as he continues and stays on his feet. He's such a violent runner. And now Ingram, his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. How about another one? This time it's Ingram. Lamar Jackson adding to a magical night.
Blame for that. He goes, I am. He said, yeah, I helped my team, but you got to be realistic.
Now, Spot Pal makes it a 1st and 18, and Mark Ingram just leaving Ram defenders in his path.
It's not brutally cold by any stretch. Jackson toss it underneath to Mark Ingram, creates after the catch. Ingram, the acceleration to the 49-yard line.
2nd down and 5. Here is Ingram toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
On the 38-yard line and trying to stop this explosive offense.
Here is Ingram. Great blocking out in front. And a big carry down near the 32. Good block by Orlando Brown Jr. in a run of 29 yards.
If he wasn't, he'd go in as a Hall of Fame general manager. He's been outstanding for this organization.
Ingram has got his 2nd of the season.
Like the idea of what he had seen and maybe using him as a fullback, and heck, they had him lined out as a wide receiver a minute ago.
Jackson spins, throws, pass caught. Ingram into the end zone for the touchdown.
And rushed for over 1,000 in the same season. First play of the game is a give to Ingram, and he breaks it. Here's a 2nd and inches. And Ingram down to the 25. Willie Snead helping free him up with a great block.
In this game, we need to score points, and that must have been what Bill O'Brien was thinking, is we have an opportunity on 4th and 1 to get it.
Look at this catch and run out of the backfield. Screen to Ingram. Banged out of play. 4th and 1. It's a direct snap, and look, it goes to Ingram. There he goes. Galloping free for 6. What a play.
Ingram is the running back. Give to Ingram. Ingram is in for a touchdown.
Each team has been able to register just a single 1st down. Ingram. And Ingram finds a hole on the left side. Breaks through across the 45, close to midfield. And you feel you've got a pretty good thing going.
Really good thing.
This is Ingram. Ingram, 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet and finally wrestled down.
What is that?
Ravens keep it on the ground. Ingram. And everyone getting in on the party.
And that big one to Brandon Cooks.
Ingram, left side, touchdown.
And right now, the Houston Texans got 3 tight ends on the field.
One of them's playing fullback. They'll try and run behind him. Mark Ingram, the former Heisman Trophy winner and Super Bowl champ, gets a 1st down.
Davis Mills and company begin from just outside their own 35. Ingram breaking free. Good looking drive starter for Houston as he is chopped down out of bounds.
I think Sean doesn't have to be quite as aggressive.
Winston will dump it off into the hands of Mark Ingram, who is back in New Orleans. And his first touch goes for 17 yards.
It's a pitch. Rams got the back. Oh, what a great cut inside, a touchdown! Mark Ingram for 6. Food is always a priority. 1st and 10. Ingram in the backfield. Blocked by Hurst. Ingram on the fly and chased downfield by Brown. Ingram has come up huge.
Get a 4th possession here in this opening period. Ingram. Good hole for this New Orleans front. And a good job of Ingram staying on his feet.
Get around those legs. You don't need big hits. Let's get guys on the ground.
3rd and 2. Good blocking by Traquan Smith, and Ingram breaks one. All the way inside the Philadelphia 30-yard line.
He'll run it again, and a big hole for Ingram. Makes the cut, and just tripped up by Winfield. That could have been a home run. Oh, a big hole and a first down, and then some by Ingram, who's piled driven backwards, but not before a big gain of 12 and a first down.
15 yards of field.
Here's Ingram from the 5-yard line, in for the touchdown. First score of the day for the Saints.
Different ball game right now. 1-score game.
There are 4 total touchdowns for Hill. 3 on the ground, 1 through the air. Now Dalton hands it off. Ingram up the middle, he got in. 39-32 New Orleans.
This could be a pretty good offense.
They'll start the second quarter with 3 tight ends, and the give is to Mark Ingram. And Ingram with running room up the middle, across midfield, and down at about the 46-yard line. Andy Dalton just 4 of 11 throwing for 53 yards and a touchdown. This is Ingram. Ingram with running room. Ingram to about the 30.